Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to click on my page and view my video and my cause for this fund. First of all, my name is Tanisha Wright, and I'm currently a student in public health, a graduate student in public health. I have my master's in public administration, focusing in healthcare, and my purpose for those degrees and this video is to go back to my home country, which is Jamaica, and contribute to its health development. Just to give you some information about myself, besides education, I migrated to the States when I was 2 years old with my mother and my aunt and my cousin. A few years later, my father also came to the country. Seeing my parents work very hard to be able to provide for me and my younger sisters as well as my older brothers, and to do so, with little education, it really pushed me to educate myself and take advantage of, all the great opportunities that the U.S. had to offer. So I made it so that, I was the first one in my family to go to college and the first one to get my master's degree, all doing this before the age of 23. So in that sense, I made a great accomplishment. But now I want to use all the skills that I have learned here in the States and bring it back to my home country and help its healthcare. Um, if you may not notice or not, my passion is in public health. I didn't, this career, it wasn't my first choice. I wanted to first be a doctor and one that traveled, which is a Doctors Without Border, and I got interested in policy making. And my main goal in life is to help people. So a combination of all of those things brought me to the field of public health. And when I joined it, I loved it and I embraced it. And all that I do now is public health. And being that I wanted to go back to my home country, as mentioned, and contribute to its healthcare development. And in ways of doing that, I took on many courses, and my course projects, they all had to do with Jamaica. I dealt with Jamaican diabetes, Jamaica's involvement in CARICOM, which is the regional governmental organization for the country and for those in and surrounding, basically the Caribbean region. And I took it upon myself to this summer resign from my position as assistant program coordinator for a program for persons with developmental disabilities, which is, although very challenging, it was very rewarding, and it pushed my focus and my dream to go to Jamaica and even more provide to those and serve those who really need, the skills and the guidance and help to make a better life for themselves. So I did that, took it upon myself. I went to Jamaica to volunteer this summer, and it was a very eye-opening experience. I volunteered with the National Council of Drug Abuse, in which I took part in great projects and great assignments, which really helped me to use my skills that I gained in my studies to, contribute to their agendas and to their objectives. So, just to give you a little information of what I did out there, I worked with a program that they have, which is funded by the Global Fund, called Tech It to Them, which basically means in Patois, which is my country's, native language, besides English, it means take it to them. So what the program did was it focused on the homeless population in the Kingston area, Kingston, the capital of Jamaica, and it helps people who are HIV positive, those who are drug abusers, and it helped them through providing social and health services to these individuals, which weren't receiving such, especially in Jamaica where social service is not a main priority to the government. So this program, they fed, clothed, took individuals on appointments, especially if they're HIV positive, to keep them healthy. It was a very good program, and it received very little funding, and it really surprised me because these individuals in Jamaica, most people are really focused on money and not too much on social services. So for you to, in such a I'm not gonna say too impoverished country, but in a country where it's not easy for one to get education, for those who do, actually want to give back to the community, it was very empowering, just great, and just wonderful, and just made me realize, there are people out there like me in my own country that want to do the same thing that I do. So me being there, it really showed me a different side to my home country, and just really it just really helped me just realize that, yeah, I am meant to be in this field, and I'm meant to return back to my home country and help it in any ways possible. When I was there with them, I not only worked with that program, but I also helped edit a proposal to continue sponsorship of that program. So that really, I was really proud of that, and I was really grateful that the organization allowed me to have such an important role. And I also took part in various research projects with them, in which we did surveys for a very new law that was passed in Jamaica, which I'm very proud of that I was a part of. They just banned smoking in the country, smoking in public spaces, which is very innovative, and it's a big step for the country, in being that, the country is heavily known for smoking and alcohol usage, taking such a step to become advanced medically and health wise in the public health community. It was very great and wonderful, and I was very grateful to take part of that. So I want to return back to my home country to use my education and my skills and my work experience that I've gained here in the States to use it also out there. And when I was out there, I realized that I was able to provide to them a different perspective that they were very grateful for, and they were able to provide to me a different perspective. And I've always been a traveler, and I've always been to different places. I've been to Europe, and I took advantage of the opportunities that I've gotten, and it helped me to realize where I want to be and what I want to do, and that is to return to Jamaica and help with this global development. So I hope that I gave enough information to you guys to want to sponsor my cause. Um, right now, I'm applying for work in Jamaica. As I mentioned, a graduate full-time student, so I cannot, for me to do well, I cannot work full-time while I'm in school, especially as my former job, such a stressful and demanding job. But I'm just hoping that this experience, sorry, I thought it was that. I'm just hoping that this experience that I gained, and all my schooling, everything is enough for me to return back and help. And I just hope that you guys can sponsor my cause and help me gain the necessary attributes that I need to return back, and to even donate to the National Council of Drug Abuse. For I know there's many suggestions that I made to them that would even help them to push the program farther. And I just really hope that you guys see my cause and see my purpose. That I'm very passionate about public health, and very passionate about my home country, and I'm grateful for all the experiences and all the choices and options that the U.S. gave me to be able to sit here and be able to go to Jamaica and see things and put things in perspective for myself to make such a decision, which, many people may look at like, why are you going all the way, why are you going to a developing country to help? That's where I'm from, that's where my heart is, and I want to return back to it, and I want to serve it the way that I best feel I can, which is through public health. So I hope that, the little information that I gave you there, plus what I've been telling you, was enough to help you guys um, decide if you want to help me or not. I hope that you do. God bless you in every which way if you are helping me. I'm very grateful. Always been grateful. I just thought, let me try this. I'm trying it. I hope that what I've said has made some kind of significance to you and help, and even inspire you to do the same thing if you ever thought about it. Returning back to your home country or going abroad and helping, those who are less fortunate than us. As Americans, that's what we do. So I just hope that it was enough, and please support me, help Jamaica. Thank you.